Welcome to a world rarely spoken of, where light does not always bring truth, and darkness holds the answers you were never meant to hear. Here we unravel the darkest corners of the mind, challenge old beliefs, and open the door to a reality you never expected. This is not just a video. This is a journey into the shadows of your own soul. If you believe most people are awake, aware, conscious, you're already falling for the illusion, because the truth is far more terrifying. Most people are sleepwalking through life. They wake up, they work, they scroll, they eat, they sleep, and repeat. But awareness, that never shows up. They think they have free will. They think they know themselves. But what they really have is programming. Most people are not living. They are reacting. Reacting to their environment. Reacting to their fears. Reacting to childhood wounds they never even acknowledged. Carl Jung called it the unconscious self, the part of us that controls everything, without us ever realizing it. Every decision, every habit, every belief, all of it is shaped by the part of us we don't control. And that's what makes it so dangerous. You ask someone, "Do you know who you are?" They'll say yes. They'll tell you their name, their job, their likes and dislikes. But that's not who they are. That's just the mask, the real self, buried under years of conditioning, family, society, religion, culture. And here's the truth. The more convinced someone is that they're fully aware, the more likely they're not. Because awareness doesn't come from confidence. It comes from destruction, from collapse, from realizing that everything you thought was true might be a lie. Waking up hurts. It means seeing the people you trusted as flawed. It means facing your darkest instincts. It means letting go of certainty. And most people would rather live a lie than face that kind of pain. So they choose distraction, endless entertainment, shallow conversations, superficial happiness. Keeps the illusion alive. But here's what they don't realize. The longer you sleep, the more control you give away. Control of your time, your mind, your future. The system doesn't want you to wake up, because a person who truly sees can't be manipulated. And if you're one of the rare few who's starting to question everything, stay with me, because the nightmare is just beginning. The illusion of awakening. Why awareness is not enough. You think you're awake because you've read a few books, watched some documentaries, listened to a few podcasts. But here's the truth. Consuming knowledge is not the same as becoming conscious. Most people confuse information with transformation. They mistake awareness for awakening. But you can't awaken if you're still emotionally asleep. And you can't transform if you're still living by the same patterns. A person can quote philosophers, understand the theories of Freud, Jung, or Nietzsche, and still be ruled by their ego, their fear, their insecurities. Carl Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." Means this: you can know all the right words, all the deepest truths, but if you haven't faced your trauma, if you still run from discomfort, if your identity is built on avoiding pain, then you're not awake. You're just intellectualizing your sleep. And worse, you're proud of it. Here's the cruel irony. Most people don't wake up. And those who do often just fall into another illusion. They leave one dogma and join another. They escape religion and worship politics. They reject mainstream media and blindly follow conspiracy. Different masks. Same unconscious programming. Real awakening means destroying your comfort zones. Not just socially, psychologically. It means seeing yourself, all of you, not just the parts you like. But people don't want that. They want to feel superior, not honest. So they build echo chambers. They filter their feeds. They block discomfort and call that growth. Here's what no one tells you. Waking up hurts. It's not glamorous. It's not empowering, not at first. It's terrifying. Because when you start waking up, you realize that much of what you thought was you wasn't you at all. It was conditioning. It was fear. It was survival instincts passed down from people who never healed. And when that illusion cracks, it leaves you exposed, alone, naked, facing everything you've spent your whole life avoiding. But that's where the transformation begins. Not in comfort, not in motivation, but in radical self-confrontation. Everyone loves to talk about the matrix, but they miss the point. The real matrix isn't just society. It's not just your job or your phone or the government. It's the identity you built to survive, the beliefs you accepted to belong, the mask you wear to be loved. That's what you have to escape, not by running away, but by daring to question yourself at every level. Why do I think this? Why do I need this? Who gave me this voice in my head? Most people never ask, because the answers might destroy them, and they'd rather be whole in a lie than broken in the truth. But here's the paradox. You must be broken to be rebuilt. You must lose yourself to find your true nature. And most people will never choose that, because freedom is terrifying. No one tells you how lonely awakening is. When you stop reacting like everyone else, stop thinking like everyone else, stop needing the same things, you become a stranger. You watch conversations that feel fake. You sit in rooms that feel hollow. You listen to people laugh and wonder if they even know why they're laughing. But this solitude is not a curse. It's a sign that you're no longer asleep, that you're no longer part of the performance. And slowly, the silence becomes clarity. The isolation becomes power. Because when you no longer need to fit in, you can finally become real. You stop performing. You stop pretending. You stop lying to yourself. And in that raw space of truth, something awakens. Not a better version of you, a truer one. If you've ever felt like you're different, like something inside you wants to break out of the illusion, then this message is for you. Most people will never wake up. But if you're watching this far, maybe you're not most people. So keep questioning, keep unlearning, keep going deeper. You'll never escape unless you open your eyes. What if everything you believe about life isn't real? What if the world you see, the people you trust, and even the identity you wear every day are all part of a carefully crafted dream? Not to protect you, but to trap you. Most people never wake up, not because they can't, but because deep down they don't want to. Waking up means losing everything they thought was true, and that's terrifying. But if you're still here, if you're still listening, then maybe you're ready for what comes next. Every day you wake up and repeat the same routines. You call it freedom, but you never question who wrote the script you follow. School trained you to obey. Work trained you to submit. Society trained you to behave, not to think, not to question, not to rebel. And worst of all, you were taught to be grateful for your cage. That's why when someone starts to break free, when they challenge the system or ask the wrong questions, people don't celebrate them. They fear them, they silence them. Because freedom is a threat to a world built on control. You are not just physically controlled, you are mentally conditioned. From the moment you were born, you were told what to believe, what to want, what to fear. You were programmed. Through media, through culture, through guilt. You were taught that questioning makes you a problem, that doubt makes you weak, that rebellion makes you evil. So most people choose comfort over truth, pleasure over meaning, numbness over awakening. They call it happiness, but it's just sedation. You might feel like something's wrong, like the world is off, like there's a glitch in reality. That feeling? That's your mind trying to wake up, trying to pierce the veil. But the system will do everything it can to lull you back to sleep. Distractions, addictions, validation, all designed to keep you quiet and blind. But you're not powerless. You can start by asking the questions you've been afraid to ask. Who are you without your job, without your social media, without the roles society gave you? Do you even know? Because once you start unraveling the illusion, you'll see how deep the rabbit hole goes. Here's what they don't tell you. Waking up hurts. You lose friends, you lose your comfort, you lose your false self. But you gain something far greater. Clarity, power, freedom. Most people will never choose this path, that they'll mock it, fear it, reject it. But you were never meant to be like most people. If your soul feels heavy, it's not because you're broken, it's because you're still sleeping. But now you know, now you see, and now you choose. You can go back to the illusion, safe, comfortable, numb, or you can keep going. You don't have to be cruel, but you must be awake. You don't have to destroy the system, but you must stop letting it destroy you. And if you're ready to take back your mind, to face the truth about reality, power, and your own identity, then subscribe now. Turn on notifications. Because the world won't wake you up, it will only put you to sleep. But here, we shatter illusions. This is where your real life begins.